Coming up on AgweekTV, we're at Big Iron in West Fargo, one of the only ag shows in the upper Midwest that was held in person this season due to COVID-19. We'll talk timely issues with the ag commissioners from both North Dakota and Minnesota. And we'll meet Minnesota's first Woman Farmer of the Year award winner. Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Michelle Rook. This week we're coming to you from the Big Iron Farm Show in West Fargo, North Dakota. It's the biggest ag show in the upper Midwest with the latest equipment and ag tech on display over hundreds of acres at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds. It's also the 40th anniversary of the show. While many changes and safety measures have been put in place because of COVID-19, organizers say they never considered canceling it. North Dakota Ag Commissioner Doug Goring was instrumental in helping the show happen.
Big Iron is blessed with 350 acres, and if you're going to look at 36 square feet to practice social distancing, you have the ability to have 426,000 people here that would never come in contact with each other.
Also joining us here from Big Iron, Minnesota Ag Commissioner Tom Peterson. So big news for producers in the area. The EPA has denied these gap year waiver requests that the refiners wanted on the RFS. Big news.
It was really good news that we got yesterday, and I really appreciate the president taking action on that. I think it's really important. It's something that the ag groups, the states have been asking for, our ethanol producing states for quite a while, and so good to see that action taken yesterday.
So the president has also said that he wants to advance E15 by allowing E15 to be put in E10 pumps. Do we have any more details on how that would work?
Our staff is working with the EPA out of Chicago to understand that. In Minnesota, we have a Governor's Council on Biofuels that's looking at how do we increase our blends in Minnesota. And so it comes at a really important time for us. Infrastructure is a huge issue, making sure liability, compatibility with tanks and pumps. And so our staff's already digging into what that'll mean for Minnesota, but we don't have a lot of clarity yet at this time.
So Tom, COVID was really devastating, especially for livestock producers in Minnesota with the processing industry basically shutting down. How are we doing now, Tom?
Yeah, luckily checked in with a lot of our plants in the past week, and that we're running, in the high 90 percentile, which is welcome news. We ended up putting down hundreds of thousands of turkeys, I think a couple, maybe 350,000 hogs, and so just a very devastating impact for our farmers. So we continue to work on that, see what kind of relief we can provide them and advocate for that.
You are also working on the state level to try to bump out the smaller processing sector, right?
People are buying locally, they're buying from their local plants. We have almost 300 plants in Minnesota that are the custom or equal to plants, and so we're working on grants to boost those, as well as start some smaller USDA plants in Minnesota.
USDA is also working on CFAP 2.0. They're supposed to be rolling that out here soon. Do you think it will be of great benefit to producers in Minnesota or not?
I do, and I talked to the bankers that we have. The bankers will tell us those payments have been incredibly important in keeping our farms going.
Well, Tom Peterson, always good to see you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Tom Peterson, Minnesota Ag Commissioner. There are hundreds of vendors here at Big Iron. One of those is Leading Edge Industries of Groton, South Dakota. In fact, they debuted a new product at the show. The Bin Sump Pro system is patent pending and is a potential game changer in grain bin safety. It offers a new defense against grain bin sump plugging, combining two patented countermeasures with an ability to operate under full bin capacity. It was designed in response to grain bin issues and deaths that are far too common in the ag industry.
But I think at the end of the day, it's to keep the farmers safe, to keep people out of the bins, to alleviate a lot of issues that we do have and stress that is caused when we can't get our bins unloaded.
The Bin Sump Pro is a retrofit kit for grain bin sweep systems and is compatible with any bin that has a floor sweep system. There are 3 models currently available. Installation takes just a few hours. Total Ag Industries, based in Hillsboro, North Dakota, is another vendor here at this year's show. They have a diversified line of products, including CBD oil hand sanitizer, custom-built liquid fertilizer systems, and their claim to fame is the MagnaJet low-drift dicamba spray nozzles.
So it's 99% ceramic, so about 0.5% drift compared to like different competitors where it's about 1%. So you're cutting your drift size down significantly, which is really good as well.
The Steffes Group was also at the show. They say despite COVID, attitudes in the farming community have improved, and that is driving interest in land and machinery.
Good quality land is very strong. The manufacturers produce more equipment, but you can't produce more land. So what's for sale? There's a lot of people interested in buying.
Coming up on AgweekTV from Big Iron, we'll meet a Minnesota woman being honored for her work on the farm and off it.
You can get the field results you want in varying conditions with the flexibility of the Summers VRT Renegade. Featuring on-the-fly blade angle adjustment from 0 to 19 degrees. And if you want the simplicity of a super coulter with the ability to move a little dirt, you'll love the all-new Summers Super Coulter Samurai. Go to summersmfg.com or visit your local dealer to learn more about North America's broadest line of tillage equipment and other products from North Dakota-based Summers Manufacturing.
Steffes Group, selling land and the equipment to farm it since 1960. If you're interested in selling or have questions about our auction process, head to our website at steffesgroup.com to contact us at any one of our 4 locations located throughout the Midwest. You can also visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel to view all of our auction previews and recaps to stay up to date on the market in your area.
Luckin Trucks and Parts sells quality used parts for all makes and models. With over 50 acres of trucks and parts and new inventory arriving daily. Family owned and operated since 1966, Luckin's specializes in the sale of quality used medium to heavy duty truck parts as well as pre-owned trucks, trailers, and construction equipment. If it's on a truck, we got it. Call us today and let us get you your part.
North Star Ag is proud to add some exciting new products to their lineup this summer, including Meyer Manufacturing forage boxes, Meyer's Equipment manure spreaders, H&S beet carts, and Summers Manufacturing land rollers and tillage. This August, North Star Ag will be moving to a convenient new location just off I-94 in Tower City, North Dakota. We look forward to seeing you there.
Go beyond the headlines with an AgWEEK membership. Get in-depth agribusiness reporting, original farm and ranch stories, and fact-based research for the most comprehensive ag news in the upper Midwest. Experienced ag journalists bring you exclusive ag news, insights, and policy updates you won't find anywhere else. Become a member today and get unlimited access to AgWEEK and AgweekTV.
Women have always played a big role in agriculture, but a Minnesota woman is now being recognized for her many contributions. And here with our Ag Week cover story is Ag Week reporter Emily Beal.
Yeah, Michelle. So recently, Sarah Kushel was named FarmFest's first ever Woman Farmer of the Year. I recently traveled to central Minnesota to meet this remarkable woman.
Sarah Kushel has been around ag her entire life. She was raised on a Minnesota tree farm, and her dad was an ag teacher. They also raised registered black Angus cattle. Then she married her high school sweetheart and joined his family's ranch. The Kushels run a cow-calf operation, and like many women on the farm, she plays a vital role in the day-to-day operation.
I work a lot with the livestock, especially during calving season. I do a lot of our, bookkeeping, payroll, kind of the administrative side. Truthfully, I do whatever the task of the day is.
In addition to her duties on the farm, her full-time job is curriculum specialist for Minnesota Ag in the Classroom, sharing her love of ag with students.
Agriculture really connects our math and science, geography, all of those other core classes together. Really, agriculture impacts each and every one of us every single day of our life.
But that's not all. In addition to raising 3 kids, Kushel is also involved in her county farm bureau and is the township's fire warden, along with a number of other volunteer positions.
You know how people always tell you that if you want something done, ask a busy person because they won't say no? That's me. I just feel that giving back to the community is so valuable.
While Sarah Kushel wears many hats, there's no doubt that one of her favorites is being a woman in agriculture.
Go find a job that you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And that's where I am.
With AgWeek, I'm Emily Beal in Nimrod, Minnesota. You can read more about my cover story about Sarah in the next issue of AgWeek or on agweek.com. Michelle?
Thanks, Emily. COVID-19 is adding risk to the cattle market and forcing producers to make some changes to cut feed costs. Mikkel Pates has more.
Michelle, cattlemen are finding themselves in the risky situation of betting on the come, not being able to see profit in the futures market and living on hope for higher prices. That leaves little incentive for owning cattle. The owner-manager of Coast Feedlot in Carrington, North Dakota says he's seen two major market disruptions in the past year. The fire at Tyson's plant in Holcomb, Kansas in late 2019, and the COVID-19 market disruptions this year. Corby Coast custom feeds cattle for about a dozen customers. He says with lower prices, cattle producers are trying to cut feed costs. He's stopped using distiller's grain and beet pulp because of the cost.
If we don't get anything changed in this market this time, I don't think we're going to get anything changed. And vertically integrating, I guess, on the feedlot side is where we're headed, no doubt about it.
Coast says the good news is that there's plenty of other cheap feed available, which he supplements with a high-protein liquid. Michelle?
Thanks, Mikkel. The North Dakota cattle industry is very diverse, from feedlot operators to seed stock and cow-calf producers. Here to visit about a special industry event coming up is Jenny Schlecht.
Michelle, the North Dakota Stockmens Association will have that diversity on display during the annual All Breeds Cattle Tour next month.
I'd like to welcome you all to the 33rd Annual North Dakota Stockmens Association All Breed Tour. This year on October 2nd and 3rd, we're going to be in the Minot area touring several ranches and a reproductive facility. The Seed Stock Council, one of our components of our organization, is the group that has put this together and planned it and is sponsoring it.
The All Breeds Cattle Tour will be making 10 stops at ranches in north central North Dakota to visit registered and commercial cattle breeders, as well as to visit with representatives of Vitelli's North Dakota reproductive facility to learn about their embryo transfer technologies.
Advances in technology are a huge part of the industry. It's a new addition to our tour. We're very excited about it.
The purpose is just bring attention to the area breeders.
There's something for everyone on this tour.
Nesham says pre-registration is appreciated but not required. The tour headquarters will be at the Sleep Inn and Suites in Minot. A bus will leave from there both mornings and attendees can ride the bus or follow it. There will be some COVID-19 precautions on the tour. For more information, visit ndstockman.org, follow the Stockmens Association on social media, or call the number on your screen.
Ahead on AgweekTV, we'll take a look at some of the new equipment on display here at Big Iron.
If you have a basement waterproofing or structural emergency, Safe Basements North is here to help. Our team of basement repair professionals will find the cause of the problem and work with you to develop a permanent solution. Safe Basements North is following CDC recommendations and is here to help keep your home and family safe. For a free consultation, go to safebasementsnorth.com and take advantage of our 12-month, no interest, no payments offer.
I'm Jesse Treble, and peace of mind is a safe basement.
Calcine is one of the most effective products at fixing salty, compact soils while reducing irrigation needs. When added to your fields with water, it moves salt out of the root zone, resulting in improved soil structure, better nutrient holding capacity, and less water dependence. Use it in problem areas or in-row to improve root systems. Calcine, creating healthier soil to increase crop productivity. To learn more, contact Jim Erickson at ECO.
2020 has started off where 2019 left off, with a lot of uncertainty and concern. Is your farming operation ready to take the volatility this year has to offer? Do you have a marketing plan in place to take advantage of opportunity? Are you finding it hard to separate the noise from the news? Talk to the professionals at Martinson Ag. We can help you make sound risk management decisions that will help your operation survive during these unusual times.
Small or large, Superior Grain Equipment has a storage solution for you with a wide variety of bin options and accessories, along with site planning and superior customer service. Plus, from top to bottom, we offer the industry's best bins and warranties to protect your products and your grain storage investment. Get superior quality, protection, and reliability with generations of experience and dependability. Make the superior choice today with Superior Grain Equipment.
We're going to talk today about a revolutionary auto steer product that you guys have developed.
We back one of these things in, it'll drain a 40-acre patch just within hours.
What can you tell us about what dairy farmers do to make sure that their animals are happy?
Their care is our primary concern.
Is there still time for producers to get storage bins up?
Absolutely. We still can definitely get something up and ready for corn harvest.
The warm, dry weather pattern has been very conducive for early harvest efforts. Will it continue? Here's John with our AgriWeather Outlook.
General weather outlook going forward, a couple of themes that we want to focus on. First of all, the smoky skies that have covered at times much of the northern half of the United States. Of course, that all from the western fires. Are we going to get any relief from the weather from that? We'll talk about that just a little bit. There is a good bet for some rain coming into the west over the next couple of weeks, but you're not going to get rain in California in the fall. You get your rains in California in the winter and spring. It does move into the Pacific Northwest in the fall. Let's see if we can get that pattern to change and get some rain there. As far as the Midwest goes, the Great Plains, the upper Midwest, it's harvest weather and it's acting like it. Jet stream pretty far north right now, which is allowing for a very mild weather pattern throughout the Great Plains, but a lot of this is actually being tempered by the presence of all this smoke that is floating over the northern part of the U.S. So it's definitely going to be an above average or warmer than average weather pattern across the northern plains and much of the Corn Belt. But I think we're probably going to keep most of the 80s and the 90s squelched down south. Might be a few stray temps getting up to the 80s. But I think if the smoke is really thick, you're going to knock 8 to 12 degrees off the high temperatures just because of blocking out the sun. If the smoke layer is a little thinner, it's only 2 or 3 degrees, and that's not as noticeable. Hot weather will be confined to the southwest. It does not look relatively hot at all in the southeastern states. They've got some onshore flow at the lower levels, and that will keep their weather fairly cool. But it does look consistently warm this week for much of the northern plains. Cool weather, though, is beginning to amass across the north, and the jet stream, as we get toward the end of the week, is going to start carving out a low-pressure trough along the west coast, and that's going to be a key to getting some rain and some cooler weather, at least into the Pacific Northwest. And as we go through the second week, which takes us up through the end of September and into October, I look for that cool weather to persist in the Pacific Northwest and expand a bit. This trough might even spin up some kind of a storm system, very likely a more northerly storm, but it does look like early October is set to bring a big outbreak of much cooler weather into some sections of the Great Plains. As far as precipitation goes, probably won't be till the end of the week here. But I am looking for some significant rain to come into Seattle and Portland. Hopefully that won't cause landslides in all of the burned areas. However, most of the central and eastern U.S. is looking to be very likely quite dry over the next couple of weeks. I do think there'll be some kind of a rain-snow spin-up out of the northern Rockies into south-central Canada, and the Pacific Northwest will likely get wetter and wetter as we move into October. That will likely finish the rains up north. They will likely continue, though, in the southwest.
Advanced Grain Handling is your regional dealer for grain handler dryers, bins, and accessories. With Grain Handler's continuous mixed flow drying systems, you're capable of high levels of grain dryer efficiency on all types of grain, including seed grain. Advanced Grain Handling also carries West Steel's quality stainless steel products for on-farm and commercial grain storage solutions. Advanced Grain Handling has licensed and trained service techs and a licensed electrical shop. Get a hold of Chad Kylo to find the perfect solution for your farm.
With the success of the Case IH Steiger Quad Track and Magnum Road Track tractors, it's no secret why Case IH is the leader of the track. So it wasn't surprising when the competition started imitating us. But only Case IH offers a 5-axle design to give you a smoother ride, more power to the ground, with less berming and compaction. Still, we're flattered. In fact, if we weren't already red, we'd be blushing.
This is Dennis Beliski reminding you we do auctions and we do them well. You've built your operation with hard work, and when it's time to sell, all or part, you deserve the best. Details from repairs and preparation to promotion and settlements are not routine. Chances are you'll only do this once, so we'll tailor an auction just for you and get it done right. On-site at your farm or added to one of our highly successful Alaris Center auctions, we have the skill, reputation, and integrity to meet your needs with best-in-class commitment and quality service. Find us at resourceauction.com or call 701-757-4015.
Keep your equipment in the field when you need it most with parts from Titan Machinery. We carry a full line of high-quality Case IH parts designed for optimal performance and durability. We also carry alternative parts options at lower price points with rugged designs for a great mix of affordability and performance to fit a wide variety of makes and models. Contact your local Titan Machinery location today or shop online at www.titanmachinery.com. Titan Machinery, your local Case IH parts leader.
For AgWeek, this is Mikkel Pates at Watertown, South Dakota.
We'll look at the positive impacts that dairy can have on the community.
A Minnesota couple has put a grain bin to a new use. Spoiler alert, it's not grain.
This elaborate system of tubing with the downhill slope is how Maplewood State Park gathers sap to make syrup.
Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of AgweekTV. Remember, for all your ag news, go to agweek.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Welcome back to Big Iron. We're here with Mark Madsen to talk more about the Fendt track tractors. Just new this last month. Tell me more about them.
Yeah, it's the full new lineup of Fendt track tractors at Butler from AGCO. We're pretty excited about it. It's been a long time waiting for some new product and some new features on these machines.
How have these products evolved over time?
When you look back at the history of where the track tractor started with Caterpillar and then evolved into Challenger brand and now have evolved again into the Fendt brand of products to fill out the family of Fendt products we have now, it's been a long journey, but we're pretty excited about what we have now.
So a lot of the producers in this area are used to the Caterpillar brand. As you move over and transition into Fendt, have you had any apprehension by any growers?
There's been some questions for sure. Fendt is a very premium brand, and I think they're going to like what they see.
So Mark, talk about some of the features of these new track tractors.
Well, the new machines from Fendt, the two track machines are new engine in the big machines for sure, the full lineup of man engines, the new hydraulic system in those machines, and the thing we're pretty excited about is the new CVT transmission all the way through the product line in the tillage tractors. So when you combine that, the new engine with the new transmission, it's a pretty powerful thing in the field, and we've done some testing already with it and been pretty happy with the results.
When you look at the Butler, Fendt brands, as far as the product line, what are the things that you see coming down the line in terms of product changes that are going to benefit producers in this area?
There's a lot of cool things that come with Fendt, and the biggest thing is efficiency, right? There's efficiency in everything they do in their product, whether it's planters, whether it's combines, and the full line of tractors now. So when it comes about time in the field, productivity, fuel consumption, and power when you need it, that's what Fendt's all about.
Mark, thanks so much. Mark Madsen joining us here from Big Iron. Health and wellness is more important than ever during the pandemic. With more on that, here's AgWeek's Noah Fish.
Michelle, due to COVID-19, Big Iron didn't offer its usual health screenings this year. It did showcase some exhibits on farmer health and safety. I'm here with Vicki Black of Essentia Health. Vicki, what's different this year with the farm and safety aspects because of COVID-19?
I know in years past, NDSU students have done blood pressure screenings, and because of COVID, we were not able to do those this year. Some of the other things are still in place, though, as far as farmer health and safety.
So there's an Essentia Health booth. What's going on there?
So from Essentia, we have 3 different representations from different programs. I'm the trauma program manager, and I'm doing hands-on learning with hemorrhage control, so bleeding control. There's a lot of injuries that come to us from farm accidents, and we're hoping that we can help with injuries by showing people how to control bleeding. There's also a representative from the stroke program to provide information on what to look for with strokes, and also our heart attack manager is here so that she can give information on warning signs to look for with heart attack.
Thank you, Vicki, for joining us today. One other thing that they're offering in the health and safety building is hearing screenings. Michelle?
Thanks, Noah. Still ahead on our show. The South Dakota Beef Industry Council was back promoting beef at the Sanford International through their Ranch Destination Hospitality Area and Grillin on the Green contest.
Growing up as a kid, Gateway was always the grain bin building and the grain handling people that were out in our area. One of the reasons we chose to go with Gateway was they're the leader in the industry and they are the #1 Brock dealer in the United States. We've really liked the Brock design and some of the designs that Gateway has come up with throughout the years. My best advice would be to just put your trust in them and let them come up with the design that's going to fit your needs.
AgWeek brings you timely agriculture news from field to fork in digital, print, and television. Fresh every week, join Jenny Schlecht from the AgWeek editorial team and me, Al Windmill, from the sales and marketing team for a deeper dive into farm and ranch stories, along with guest interviews with personalities from the world of agriculture. If you're involved in farming, ranching, or agribusiness, the AgWeek podcast is the show for you.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
The South Dakota Beef Industry Council was back promoting beef at this year's Sanford International Golf Tournament in Sioux Falls. And this year, they teed up a new promotion. The Grillin on the Green contest included 9 teams of beef producers and media reps in a burger battle judged in part by celebrity chef Justin Warner.
Their goal is to make 4 burgers. They're allowed to bring their own secret ingredient, but other than that, we have whatever is on the table. And guess who put that on? I did.
Judging criteria included taste, appearance, creativity, and
respecting that beef, showcasing it, making beef the superstar. That's what we're looking for.
The goal of the promotion is to put a face on the beef product for consumers.
People don't really understand that there is a face behind the beef industry, that they are families, and we want to provide a product that the consumer enjoys and feels confident in eating and purchasing.
The Grillin on the Green winner was the peanut butter and jelly burger. 9 lucky consumers also won grills donated by Carl's. Thanks for watching this week's edition of AgweekTV from Big Iron. Remember, for all your ag news, go to agweek.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have yourself a great and safe week.